I hate the fear of nuclear power.
Welcome to Grumble Goat. My name is Matt Labodka, and this is a show about all the small things that drive me insane. Let's grumble.
I know we all grew up watching The Simpsons, and The Simpsons had that three-eyed fish that lived in the pond next to the nuclear power plant. We all watched HBO's Chernobyl. I get it. But what's the alternative? What is a better power source? Coal? You want to keep strip mining the mountains of West Virginia? You want to keep ripping mountains apart to try and get at that precious coal? What are we, the dwarves? The dwarves dug too greedily into the mines of Moria. How deep are we going to go? What elemental power are we going to unleash under the mountains? How much coal can we possibly take out of the earth? Or what? Fracking? Dinosaur juice? Oil? Natural gas? Why don't we just harness all the cow farts and use methane? Nuclear energy is the cleanest energy source we have. If we have the knowledge of the elements, if we can unlock the atomic power held within the basic building structure of the universe, why don't we use that? Yeah, it seems a little retro-futuristic, and yeah, a lot of horror movie monsters like Swamp Thing and Godzilla are based on this rampant radioactive energy mutation, but, don't forget that the air is full of radiation. The sun is radiation. There's UV rays, gamma rays, we have radio waves, we have cell phone rays, we have all sorts of rays constantly vibrating through our bodies. What's a little bit of enriched uranium? Speaking of retrofuturism, nuclear power is basically just a steam engine. We got retrofuturism mixed with steampunk energy, and you've got nuclear power. It's brilliant. Not to mention we have microwaves right in our house, and you're afraid of somewhere way out beyond the suburbs, like somewhere out in the rural community, one little nuclear power plant that only releases steam into the atmosphere? The United States and Russia and China have blown up so many nuclear warheads on this planet that we're all radioactive. The more we shy away from nuclear power, the more CO2 we're putting into the air by burning coal. The future is now. But there's this irrational fear of it because it has the word nuclear in it. And so instead of facing the fact that it's the cleanest energy we have, we bury our heads in the sand that's already radioactive because of all the nuclear bomb testing of the 50s and 60s. I hate the irrational fear of nuclear power, and that's the grumble.
Grumble, 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 grumble.
What?
Grumble, 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 grumble. What's got your goat?
For the latter half of the show, we'll bring in my better half, Veronique, for an unpretentious look and a segment we call
What's got your goat? Can I tell you something that got my goat today?
What's up?
Well, when I was at the gym with Danae, I had the regular interrupter, if you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean because you already told me the story.
Well, I'm telling it in the podcast to start.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what these microphones are for.
Yes, exactly, exactly.
Okay, the interrupter.
The interrupter. Now, this is not the first time that the interrupter interrupted me while I was mid-exercise.
I know, you told me.
I know. Well, it really got my goat today.
Yeah.
Who does that? Do you do that? Do you interrupt people while they're in the middle of their set and you ask them to use the machine?
I like to go up to pretty ladies and be like, can I cut in? And then when they hand me their weights, I just grab them by the small of the back and start dancing with them.
Gosh, out of control.
No, wait.
Anyway, so he comes in and he says, can I use the machine really fast? And I just stare at him.
And so then you slept with him because you immediately fell in love with him.
Absolutely not. That is not the gateway to my heart.
Did you want to grumble today?
No, I didn't. What's the grumble?
You know it doesn't come that easily.
Okay, I'm here.
All right. Speaking of powering these machines.
Yes, exactly.
Where do these machines get their power from?
Us.
You.
Yeah, the person
right.
using.
You're powering the machine.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Most of the machines in our lives don't get power from us, though.
No, they use electricity.
Right.
Or a motor or an engine.
Right. Well, where's that electricity come from?
The wall.
Right. Man, it's weird how we harness the power of lightning in our wall.
In the wall.
Yeah.
Well, I think there are wires that connect to a larger antenna, maybe. I don't know. Where does electricity come from? Lightning bolts, perhaps.
Yeah. It was Benjamin Franklin that created the lightning rod. So now we put lightning rods on all our buildings, and then one good lightning blast a year should power your house.
Well, wait a second. For a minute, I thought you were serious. Because I was thinking about the key situation.
Right.
With the kite and the key.
Well, he also invented the lightning rod.
No, I think I think God invented the lightning rod.
You're right.
Nature.
God invented the lightning
That's
rod.
right. Because he was so angry at us.
Oh, Zeus is your god. Zeus is your preferred
Yes,
god.
Of course.
Because he cast the lightning down.
That's right. Who else?
Yeah. But so electricity will come out of the sky at times during electric storms.
Yeah.
But where does it, how does it get to our house?
You know, I'm not quite sure because now I'm looking out the window trying to see all the antennas and I don't see any of them there.
Yeah, where are all the
Where-
electricity gathering antennas out there?
Where did they go? Oh, generators.
Yeah.
We have figured out a way to generate it.
Yeah, we made our own lightning.
Yes.
How does a generator turn electricity into our walls?
This is a very difficult line of questioning for me.
Okay, let's get there.
Let's do it.
Let's take a journey.
Let's take a
journey.
journey.
All right, we're plugging our brains into the outlet on the wall.
Yes.
And we're going to follow it.
Right. So
This is the impossible journey through the wall.
there are wires.
Uh-huh.
There are wires, and then they connect to a plug.
Right, that's where we're entering from. We have to get to
Right.
the other side.
Down. Oh, maybe to the boiler room.
Okay. You've seen power lines.
I
though,
think there
driving
may
through
be
the country.
a little hamster downstairs that keeps the wheel going.
Okay.
The grid.
Okay, great.
The power grid.
We're getting there. We're getting closer. So we've followed the outlet.
There's a grid. There's
so
a
where's the
power
power
grid.
come from?
Well, it could come from the sun, solar panels. I feel like this is the part of the Tesla documentary that I fell asleep at. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you can power electricity through water. So like,
We call these power plants.
right.
So there's a hydroelectric power plant. Yes.
Yes.
There's also
a nuclear plant. Nuclear power.
nuclear power.
Yes.
Yeah.
We don't know how to dispose of nuclear power.
There's too much power.
They just keep putting it in, like the waste they just keep putting in the ground, which I
the
think
waste,
is a really
the
bad
nuclear
idea.
waste. Yeah.
Yeah.
How's nuclear power work?
You know, I remember this part in class, and
You do.
well,
This
kind of.
You were awake for this part of the documentary.
Well, I remember learning about it and being very confused as to why we use it. They keep saying that it was the most efficient way to use power.
It's the most efficient. To make power.
To make power, yeah. I mean, that's what they were saying in class. But it just seems like a terrible idea because you could blow yourself up.
Can you blow yourself up?
I think you can blow yourself up. Now, I can't blow myself up, but I mean, an explosion can happen. It's like very radioactive.
Well, it's radioactive because that's what nuclear energy
Right,
is.
exactly. But it's not imbalanced, it's very volatile.
Oh, you think so?
I do.
Well, why do they call it enriched uranium if it's volatile?
I think they just want to make it sound better.
I feel like enriched makes it sound like it's more stable. Like,
Yeah, it's unstable. It's not as stable.
it's unstable.
Maybe.
But no, what I want to get to is the way we as humans convert nuclear energy into electrical energy
Yes.
is the exact same way a steam engine works.
Oh. Did you know they had a record of this in the Library of Alexandria?
They had a record of nuclear power?
No, the steam engine.
Wait, the
Steam
Library of
power.
Alexandria?
Yeah.
Have you been to the Library of Alexandria?
You know, I have not.
You didn't read that there.
No, I watched a little cartoon video on it. On YouTube.
Oh, okay. And where did the cartoon video get this information?
I'm assuming they looked it up.
Because the Library of Alexandria infamously burned.
It did, but not the way that they think it did. There were still
they
records
were actually
of it.
trying to create energy. They burned the library to create electricity. That was the least efficient form of energy at the time.
There are still references of the library.
One of the few things that survived was an ancient scroll, a recipe for enriching uranium.
No, really? No, now you got me. Oh, man.
When I say nuclear power, what do you think?
I think of danger.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
Yes.
Why is that? Where did you get that association?
Hiroshima, the atomic bomb.
Hiroshima, the
Yes.
atomic bomb.
I also think that humans are very good at blowing each other up and creating things that they don't necessarily understand.
You think we don't understand atomic power?
I don't trust people to not use it against other people.
What?
Well, I just think that As much as I want to believe in humanity and how wonderful, there's also a dark side of humans. And when you give them the power,
Now, what we're talking about is similar to the Force.
the Force.
There's a dark side to the Force
There
as well.
is, the Sith is around.
But you're so concerned about the two Sith that might exist that you're ignoring the entire light side of the Force.
Order 66. Okay, that's all I have to say.
Right, you're focused on the dark side. See, you're just like Rey. You dove right into the dark side. And that's why Luke won't train you.
I want to be trained by Luke.
Because that's the problem with nuclear energy. We all know of the 2 bombs that went off in Japan, and so we're like, never again. We can't use nuclear power in a clean, sustainable way.
How is it clean if we just put it in the ground?
Well, now, see me, if you hear me out.
Okay, well,
I have a solution for the nuclear waste.
well, you should sign up.
We have all these billionaires that are working on like getting into space.
I
right?
know. They have no faith in humanity. They just want to go to another planet.
Here's what we got to do. We need a way to throw the nuclear waste into space. And I'm thinking, what if we had a giant slingshot?
Oh, no.
What if we made a giant crater into a big slingshot, put our nuclear waste there, and just shot it right out into space?
Absolutely not.
What do you mean absolutely
no,
not?
we're going to blow up.
What do you mean we're going to blow up?
There's absolutely. What if it hits another planet?
What if it hits another planet?
And that blows up. And
It's
then
not
it
gonna blow-
messes our gravitational pull. What if we blow up the moon by accident?
I think you're mistaking nuclear waste for a nuclear warhead.
There's already so much space trash out there.
Yeah.
I can't possibly imagine if we start putting nuclear waste, how are the aliens going to come and visit us?
Right. Obviously, we need some visitors.
We need a flight plan
We've
for the
been
aliens.
lonely for too long. We're like, we've been stuck in our own house for too long. We're all bickering with each other. But I'm not suggesting.
We're going to pollute their existence, matter. I don't even know what to call it.
So I'm not suggesting we put this nuclear waste into orbit.
Yeah, right. That's going to introduce the aliens for sure. They're going to say,
You think the aliens
what?
are gonna, it's like we're a bad neighbor? And
Yes!
the aliens are gonna,
Yes!
Excuse me, I think your dog expelled something in our yard.
No, they're going to say, okay, we've been watching you for years. You've been a little loud. The police need to
Right.
come and give you a sound order.
They're going to get an intergalactic restraining order.
That's
against
right.
Earth.
And then we're going to learn about all the aliens.
What's there to fear about nuclear power? Godzilla?
Yes, it getting into the wrong hands. If you will.
Mutating life?
Oh my gosh, you can mutate life.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
Do you know how mutations work? And
So some mutations can be good though. Like we don't
Obviously.
have a tail anymore.
what?
Like we don't have a tail anymore.
But is that a good thing?
I would love to have a tail, honestly.
Right. So
we could like
sort of
balance
we
more.
missed out on that one.
Oh man.
Imagine going to the ballet and everybody had a tail, right?
Yes.
Like imagine the way we could balance and move our bodies.
And we could jump higher too, I think.
well, how are we jumping higher?
I don't know.
You use the tail to push off the ground?
Yes, I think of a cat, you know?
I don't think cats push off with tails.
No, but they're very athletic.
They are, and they have tails. Hence, if we had tails, we'd jump higher, like cats. Alligators have tails.
They have
Do they jump high?
They have little legs, so they can't really jump.
Oh, they can't jump. It's right. The tail is too big and the legs are too small.
That's right. That's a bad mutation.
That was a bad
bad.
mutation.
I do like tails.
So yeah.
We could have another thumb or another finger. Maybe.
Oh, you want another opposable thumb?
You know, I did have another thumb. They had to cut it off.
Who's got 3 thumbs and enjoys mutations? This guy.
Oh, we could have wings.
Okay, wait, hold on.
That could be exciting.
Nuclear energy is not a genie that you wish upon.
Well, that's the thing. It's unpredictable.
Right, it's like that's the plot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That's the melody.
How do you think the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles learned to talk?
Well, obviously Splinter taught them.
How did Splinter? Oh, because he was also mutated from the sewage or whatever.
No, he was just a super smart rat. He learned martial arts from his master.
But he couldn't talk.
Well, obviously he could.
But so that's not really how mutations work. I mean, over time, the rats may learn martial arts and to talk, but
Right.
the initial
martial arts
rats
is really a
died.
mutation that
Right.
happened.
Like
Yeah.
the eggs.
Humanity
or the
evolved.
babies.
What?
Like it needed to be like a pregnant rat that then gave birth
Ate the
before
scrolls
it
of
died.
martial arts.
Exactly. Hacha! So if you could control the mutations, I guess that could be fun because then people could fly and have wings. And
So what you're saying is
all
we
of
should
that.
we should not limit nuclear power. We should expand upon our knowledge of nuclear power to learn how to hone it better.
But I just worry that we're going to blow ourselves up. We need the aliens. The aliens need to come and help us.
Nuclear power, what's it mean to you?
It's green. It's like lime green in my mind.
It's lime green, like Homer Simpson
Yes.
at the beginning of The Simpsons.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. It's like radioactive.
So you agree that nuclear energy is green energy?
Yes.
This has been an episode of Grumble Goat.
Thanks for listening.
I'm Matt Labodka.
I'm Veronique Hurley. Please subscribe.
I hate when people say please subscribe.
Grumble, grumble, grumble. There may be a little hamster downstairs that keeps the wheel going.